coverage as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Like 20. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Goff on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The kick by Marr is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
First carry for James Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Let's go. Ric Flair. Hey, exit.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch twist. We're going to 54. Hey, kill. 27. Henry. 26.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Go to 54. Watch the edge.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by John Johnson.
The gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Check right 54. Right 54. We're going to 54. 26.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On second down now. It's Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Tackle made back at the 22.
20. That's what I do.
Throwing on third. Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Value three. General West.
Now gone. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check three. Kill. We're going to 54. Why is? We're going to 53. Here we go. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And take it right at the 35. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second and 6. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6. Shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They go ahead and snap it. Long. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why? Go, get out there, get out there. Right over there.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. On 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
There you go. All right, let's go. Back. Under.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 14.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway of the NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch the screw. Go. Get out there. Right over there.
Now Pollard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here I come. Here we go, 46. Here I come. Jim. Under. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Now Elliott. There's a nice move. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
36.
Here's Pollard again. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 55 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Tyler, 64, reach.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Los Angeles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run once more with Henderson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he was going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Tackle. Check 99.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. On first down, Henderson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first and 10 is Counter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
From the gun, here's Gall. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Say. Protein spill. 12.
Second and 10. Goff again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long.
57 to mark. 57. We go. 76. 76.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to float this one, and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 42 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Goff, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 11 yards there, first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Kill.
Again, it's Elliott. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch out.
They'll run with Pollard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby.
Now Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You gonna get this boy? Hey, Orbit. You think you gonna get that? 57's Mike.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott from the gun. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on a comebacker. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Check three. Kill. Gun.
Fourth down, Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Well, you know, Charles, the coaching staff, they were sweating bullets. They had the field goal in the bag. They opted to go for it. They got it done.
Do you think they were making a statement there that maybe they didn't have confidence in the field goal kicker, or was it more that they had confidence in their offense to pick it up?
Whatever it is, they want to end this game right now.
Yeah, they wanted the big number, not the small one.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? It looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl, and they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yeah, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Elliott running right, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.